China built 20,000 houses in 3 days in Africa, and tens of thousands of citizens gathered to celebrate this incredible feat. It is believed that the New City project is the earliest and largest large-scale urban project launched in South Africa, covering an area of 497.22 hectares and costing $300 million. In just 3 days, China has provided tens of thousands of homeless individuals with a place to live. Is there such a shortage of houses in South Africa? The lack of houses in South Africa has a significant impact on the development of the local country. The southernmost region of Africa, South Africa, has a population of approximately 60 million people. South Africa's economy is the second largest in Africa. South Africa, a former British colony, has a high standard of living compared to other African regions. But the gap between rich and poor is too large, and people at the bottom of society continue to live a difficult life. According to South African statistics, has built 3 million homes since 1994, but 14% of its population is still homeless and wandering the streets. In addition, approximately 100,000 people move to Johannesburg from other cities each year. In the beginning, South Africa has also made efforts. South Africa proposed using 3D printed housing to ensure the safety of its citizens' living conditions. In 2013, the United Kingdom introduced the idea of 3D printed housing. Although the construction of 3D printed houses will be relatively fast, people in South Africa is too high and most poor families cannot afford it for the newly built houses. Families cannot afford the rent at all, so South Africa is faced with the dilemma of building houses again. At this time, they choose to seek help from China to build houses. 20,000 housing units are expected to be built as part of this South Africa-China partnership. China built the model home in just 3 days, which increased construction speed and reduced costs. Once the model home was completed, its interior and equipment immediately attracted attention from onlookers, and the locals couldn't wait to witness this marvel. The model house has a total area of 40 square meters, which includes 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a living room. In addition, the model house is equipped with solar energy, which can solve the electricity consumption problem of the occupants. Perhaps such a house is very common for many people, but for some people in South Africa, it is comparable to a villa. However, this house is now large enough for a family to live in without worrying about wind and rain. Although the house is small, it is a warm home, and these houses are not only green and environmentally friendly, but also have a significant reduction in cost. They can afford these houses and live in peace. After learning about China's construction results, it is difficult to hide the shock. Many South African residents who visited the model house expressed their love for this house one by one. The most important aspect is that China's assistance to South Africa at this time is not limited to superficial construction. It is believed that China has also taught relevant technologies to the locals in South Africa. As a result, South Africa will no longer face housing problems in the future. China also hopes to increase local employment opportunities after the employment rate has risen. The local government is also very grateful to China for its assistance, so South Africa plans to open new areas of cooperation with China. Following this, South Africa hopes to build a new city with China in order to successfully attract Chinese investment. South Africa unity of residents. So what is this project? It is believed that this new urban development in South Africa is a new city covering an area of 1,600 hectares. This new city includes not only the construction of office areas, but also the distribution of residential areas for up to 100,000 people. Shanghai's Zendai Group plans to invest $8 billion in the project, which is expected to be completed in 15 years. This also demonstrates that the relationship between South Africa and China is progressing. Based on the current state of affairs, South Africa is willing to engage in further cooperation with China for 2 reasons. First, as a leading nation in infrastructure construction, and second, as a country with a long history of economic growth and development. China's current level of infrastructure construction has been acknowledged by South Africa. China's status as a major world power means that cooperation with China can also be of great benefit to South Africa's development. However, African countries also require trade, and China has become the best partner at this time. Thanks for watching. Please comment below if you enjoy this video, and don't forget to subscribe.